I've come to the Rhinog mountain range today. My first time here ever. It should be a fairly standard introduction to the mountain range. Heading up the Roman steps towards Rhinog Fawr, onto Rhinog Fach, and then back around through the woods, I think. Well, not a long drive to get here, but it's a lane that becomes very narrow quite quickly. There's quite an old feel to that drive as well, with the moss and the rocks either side, the trees hanging over the driveway. And suddenly you get here, and in the car park down there, the welcome payments, you know, £3 per car parking. I think it's £5 per van. But you can camp down there as well. It's pretty wild. No toilets, no showers, no running water. It's got nature around you, but that will suit many, I'm sure. Mountains further north behind me, further east where I might be going, actually up there. This will be a very brief introduction for me to this wild range. Just look at this place, it's so wild. We've got bluebells there as well. Sheep running free, but there's just no hint of tourism or anything around here. Now, I don't know why they're called the Roman steps. Are they really 2,000 years old? I'm not so sure on that myself. It's a shame, I think, they have metal gates here. I know they last a lot longer than wood ones. Less maintenance as well. But in these surroundings, they don't quite fit in. There's a feeling here that if you venture too far from the more obvious paths in this landscape, it will kick you hard in the backside. I'm hoping that the route I'm following by Country Walking magazine on OS Maps will be pretty straightforward. You could spend days out here. I know some do. Nice wooden gates. Following the Cambrian way as well. Just been down there to that information board, but I should have gone right here along this muddier path. But there aren't too many paths to choose from around here. As I say, it's very wild in places. So Rhinog Fawr will be up there beyond the cloud. There should soon be a lake on the right hand side called Llyn Black Lake. I pass that on my right and then start climbing. It's not a lot different, just rocks. Rocks leading the way through the gorse. Another boulder field here. I assume it's all granite, I'm not too sure. And that lake cannot be too far away. Maybe in the bowl ahead. Llyn. beautiful mountain lake and breeding ground for midges. And I'm now going up here into the cloud. Oh, the cloud's coming in now. My route continues up these steps through the rock. It's got to be up here then, hasn't it? One would assume. And then up through here. I'm still working my way past this lake, you can see down there. I've got some way to go as well, all the way up there gradually. Well, not too far to go now. I came from down there. It's so quiet up here in the mist. I'm probably alone up here, which would be quite nice. And just when I think I'm almost there, the cloud clears from you a bit more. Another level on top, which you can't quite see now, but I can see it's there. I've come from that way. It's up this way. I'm now nearly above the cloud, and more pleasingly I can see the trig point. I'm at the top. There we go. Done. It's Rhinog Fawr, 720 metres above sea level. Highest point today. Oh, time for a short break up here. Even without the views, it's quite awesome up here. It feels higher to me because there's no views, nothing to gauge your measurements off. It's taken me about 2 hours to get up here from the car park, which is about right what I thought it would be. From here I'm supposed to carry on going south to Rhinog Fach, but it means doing a figure of 8 kind of loop, and I'm thinking no, I'll just get off this one when I'm ready. Take my time going down slowly because it's going to be rocky. I think then just go back towards the car. I've done a lot this week in 3 days. I'm really feeling it today. Legs quite sore. I'm just generally quite tired. Not in a bad way, but you know, I've got to go home tomorrow, a long 4-hour drive. This morning again I was just so tired getting up. It's like, why do everything at once? But I don't want to be getting back to the apartment, 7 o'clock again. I've done it the last 2 nights, and it's been, well, Wednesday night was like 8 o'clock I think. But last night was quite late, you've got to cook dinner, wash up, tidy up, and try and relax before going to bed. The evening's gone, and I've got to pack up tomorrow morning and leave by 10 o'clock. I don't want to go too late or too early. I don't want to be packing up frantically tomorrow morning either. I don't want to be home because that's not where I like to be. But yeah, it's trying to balance, not overdoing yourself. And I have done a lot today and this week in 3 days. I've been sat here now for 25 minutes and the sun is just starting to burn through. Bit of blue sky there. I feel the warmth from this side. So I might, before I leave, just start to get some views, which would be quite nice. And 5 minutes after I sat down, I heard some noise behind me, and 2 walkers appeared from out of nowhere. They came up from the, I think it was Nant, Nant, route to the west. They're doing a similar route to me towards Rhinog Fach. There's some cloud over there. You can see some more distant cloud now. It's really starting to clear. But those two walkers, they came up here and then carried on, sped off. They're missing out on the view potentially, which I might get. But for the way forward from here, I believe I can follow these large cairns. There's one here, one over there, going in an eastward direction. There's quite a decent view over this way. Can't see many mountains, but it's the best I've seen all day. Rhinog Fawr was beyond what you can see up there, the summit. I cut down a fair way already onto a fairly easy to follow path, but it's quite tricky in places underfoot, a bit rocky. Ahead I can now see what must be Rhinog Fach. Looking at the cloud cover there, how perfectly straight that line is. It's a good excuse to not go up there today. So as I said earlier, I'm going gradually going down towards the woodland there. I'm still very high above it, but I'm on the right path, I believe. But still the thought of going up there, no views, back down again and over this way still. There's a lot to do. This mountain or hill will still be here in years to come. A bit lower down now, I've got some really good views going to the west. I've still no idea what I'm looking at in terms of names of mountains, but yeah, just look at all this. Not west, east. This is the east side of the Rhinogs. Lost the so-called path, trying to retrace my steps, sort of, and get back to where my GPS says it should be. I think it's just past that rocky bit. And down below there's some goats staring at me. Where have they gone? Well, they've gone now, but they were just watching me. Saying, what are you doing? This is why I never ever wear shorts on a mountain or moorland walk. Never in terrain like this. A path just here. Yeah, how did I miss this? It's not bloody obvious, that's how. So is this it? Have I got to crawl through this gap here to carry on? It kind of looks like it actually. But imagine, that's Rhinog Fach up in the cloud up there. Imagine going all the way up there to come down again. I climbed over higher up. Can you blame me, really? Yeah, over here is the dog's entrance. And there's the path. And look at this, a way marker. The first I've seen for several hours. By Rhinog standards, this path is fairly easy going. I can see it quite clearly, and there's nothing in my way at ground level. Just bash through some gorse and shit. On we go towards the woodland. And looking now, I'm nearly at the same level as those treetops, which is good. There wasn't about an hour ago. Following a suddenly very wet and boggy public right of way. Ahead of me, I can now see the gate into the forest. A very welcome sight. Yeah, I'm heading into the woodland to go and find the waterfall. Probably a very small one, but still. Goodbye, Rhinogs. Or Fawr and Fach. Anyway. Nectar for my feet. Almost solid ground. I love a good forestry path. So I reckon that's it really. Very small waterfalls at Pista Gwyn, I think it's called. Still nice. But also, there's a bench right here, so I'm going to sit down and have some more food before I carry on. Okay, Bwlch Tuthiad. That's where I'll meet the Roman steps again on my way back to the car. Unfortunately, it means going uphill again to get back up there. And imagine if I had done Rhinog Fach, you can't see it now, after doing that one, come around the woods, and then got here to find this. I would not be happy with this. Into the Rhinogs. You can see where I am on this vague map. Yeah, it's got to be the way. I've just read here that the Roman steps are a medieval pack horse trail. Not Roman at all. I was here this morning. Not far to go.